Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know, it's been a really long time since I have posted a video or been on here, but I have just had a lot going on in like my personal life. I was moving, I was getting a new roommate, and then my job has been hectic, so I've just had a lot going on, so I haven't really had the most time to film, especially because of the move, like just getting everything organized and getting everything ready. I'm the type of person who doesn't like to live in a mess or anything that's like disorganized, but I finally got everything set up and like in its place, organized, ready to go, so I can actually focus on my videos. So I don't want to ramble anymore. I just want to jump into the video, and I will be doing a lot more, I promise. But today's video is going to be my updated brow routine. I don't think I have a brow routine video yet because I have been doing like my brows so differently like every time I do my makeup, but this way that I'm going to show you guys has been the way that I've been doing my brows for like months now, and I'm super obsessed with it. It always looks so good, and it's like minimal effort. I mean, it's still a lot of effort, but out of all the different ways that I have done my brows, this is like the most minimal effort. Yeah, so if you guys would like to see how I achieve my brows, then please keep watching. Alright, and we're back. So to start, I'm just combing out my brows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm using the shade Soft Brown. I constantly am going back and forth between soft brown and medium brown, but currently I've been using soft brown. And really just to start, my first tip is just to really draw out the shape and just line out your brow. And what I like to do is I like to just start from the bottom all the way from the front, just making a solid line all the way back to the end of my brow, and just really going over it and darkening it out, and then also blending everything as I'm doing that so that the shade really blends into my brows. And once I get to the front of my brow, I like to do strokes going upwards to help imitate hair. So I just like to go very lightly and try and make hair-like strokes in the front, just going upwards. And then once I get that, I like to obviously blend that out, and then I like to start moving my pencil back. So I'll try and do stroke-like hairs going backwards so that I'm meeting the tail of my brow. And a lot of this is super repetitive. You're really just running your pencil back and forth in the same motions. You're just doing it very, very lightly. That is honestly the key in having nice and natural brows, is to just go over the strokes super, super light and faint so that you're building it up and you're not applying too much. And then if you do that, it's just a mess. It's better to go on a lot lighter and slowly build up to the dramatic brow that you want, as opposed to just going in super dark and heavy and then trying to fix it. It's just a mess. So really the key to having nice and natural brows is just having really, really light, precise strokes. So once that I feel that I have like the outline of my brow on, I'm then going to start trying to fill in the tail and the arch as well. And I tend to have, well, I do have kind of bare brows at the top of my brows, so that part I'm totally just like filling in and making it out of nothing. But for the most part, my brows are pretty much a good shape, and I try and follow my natural shape. I don't want to overdraw them. And that's another tip, honestly. Just really try and follow your natural brow and just try and use that as a guideline, and try and just fill in any sparse, I'm not sure what the right word is, but just fill in any empty spaces that you feel just need a little bit extra more love. And don't get carried away with it, honestly. Just really follow your natural brow, and I promise you that will make your brows look so much better. Just don't do too much. So, like I was saying, now that I pretty much have the structure of my brow in place, I'm then just going to go ahead and fill in, especially in the front. As you see, I have a lot of blank little spots that need to be filled in. I'm going to go ahead and do that and just clean it up and make sure the whole brow is completely covered. I don't know, I always try and do like the light faint start, like the very front of the brow, but it just doesn't look good on me, and I always have to fill it in completely. So personally, I like a more full filled brow look, and I do like my wings, like the end of my brow, to be a little bit more pointy. But if you don't, definitely, have it a little bit more thicker. But personally, I just like my mine more thinned out at the tail of my brow. So that's really just preference. But now I'm on the other brow, and I'm just going to speed through this one. I'm really doing the same exact steps, and like I said, I have no really rhyme or reason on how I do my brows. The thing I always do is start from the very bottom, and then once I get that outline, I pretty much just go from the front to the back and back to the front. I just kind of do whatever, but the most part is just following my natural brow. And once we're done with that brow, I'm then going to set my brows with my Mercier translucent setting powder. This is a relatively new step that I've been doing, and I have been obsessed. I literally cannot do my brows without this step. It just sets my brows, it keeps them in place, and it just makes them look so much more natural, and I'm obsessed. So once we set them, I'm then going to use my brow gel, and I've been using this one by Benefit, and it's called Give Me Brow. I'm not sure what shade I'm using in this, but I'll have it in the bottom in the description bar below. And this really just helps darken out my brows a little bit more from setting them. The powder tends to lighten them up a little bit, and this kind of brings back the color, and it keeps them in place, and it just keeps them not moving, and I feel like this is just an essential step at the end. So once we got that all on, I'm then going to use that yellow shade that I just showed you guys from the Morphe 35O palette. And this is just going to help clean up my brows. And I don't use any concealer to clean them up. I just use a powder eyeshadow, a light like yellow based one. And it really just makes them look so clean. And then for my brow highlight, I'm using Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics. This has been my go-to brow highlight for years and years, and I will never retire it, seriously. It just makes your brows look so nice, and I feel like it just makes them like such a statement piece, you know? Love, love, love this look. But other than that, this is the last step. And that's it. Our brows are on, makeup is done, and by the end of it, you should have something looking a little bit like this. If you don't, I'm a little bit concerned. But yeah, I'm not gonna ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, until next time, bye guys.